Fun fact, this is take 4. First take, I didn't get the audio. I'm doing a different setup here, and I'm not live, so I apologize. Doing it from my laptop this week, so I hope it's as good as it is. It's almost as good. It's not going to be as good as last week's or the previous week's, but I'm going to try my best and make the best of a situation because we've moved the computer out of this room that I usually record out of. We're using it to work on some other projects right now, and so temporarily that computer is being used for a different thing right now, which is why I'm recording from my laptop. And I'm sorry that I'm not going to have Yahoo live chat or YouTube live chat, but I'm going to make the best of a situation here. And let's start the show because it's week 6. Week 6 is in the books. It's done. It's over. You know what time it is. It's a Dynasty Fantasy Football recap. Let's roll those highlights. Let's do it. Again, trying to do this one more time. My first take, I did the entire episode. No audio. Second take, I screwed up the intro. Third take, my daughter came in and started opening every little drawer she could. And it was just all over the place. So hopefully I get this one. And I think the audio is working on everything. I'll double check at the end of the show, but I'm fairly confident. Going old school here, using my computer here as the background source. It's not going to be as fun as the iPad, but like I said, we're going to make the best of it. Going right into game 1, guys, I got the crap beat out of me, 159-105. It wasn't even close. Bravo absolutely killed it. Look at all his players here just destroying me. Good job, Bravo. You stay in first place and move to 6-0. Allen, I think he's probably the number 1 quarterback in fantasy football right now. And Cooper Kupp, number 1 wide receiver in fantasy football, if I'm not mistaken. Dude is just killing it. I think you got 3 number 1s on your team. You got Allen, Kupp, and Derrick Henry, just absolutely killing it. We can go back and look. Actually, let's do that right now since I'm here. Let's check out the league leaders or overall player rankings and see where Bravo lands here. We're gonna go to all players. Oh my God, what the hell is going on? All players here. And let's filter. Let's see how Bravo is doing. So Bravo has the number 1 running back, the number 2 quarterback, and the number 1 wide receiver. So congratulations there, Bravo. And absolutely killing it this season. Week 6, you're absolutely destroying all, and you look good doing it. Hey, and keep up the good work in your business. Check out Bravo. It's called The Stitch, I believe. Me and Bravo are working on a project, and I think it's going to be a cool one when it's said and done. And I'm going to leave it at that. But we'll be announcing that soon, and I think it's going to be pretty fun. Going on to game 2, you see Alex's Jägermeister Express finally getting that first win of the season, and boy did he do it in an amazing way. 182 points, the second highest point total of the season. Alex would have had 200 points if he would have sat Pollard and started Drake, but who's starting Drake? Nobody's starting Drake, so I don't blame you there. Good job, Alex. You absolutely destroyed. I'm sorry for the echo, guys. There's usually a giant screen in front of it to kind of absorb my voice, and this week it's not there. You see Chris there just falling behind a little bit. He had Stafford at 26 points and Cook there with 22. And that was about it. The rest of his team did not play well. Kind of the same as my team. So Chris will bounce back. He drops to 4-2. Stays in 3rd place. Alex moving up to 9th. Or probably staying in 9th with 182 points. Moving on to game 3. We have Jeremy's Edge and Christian McCaffrey taking on Johnny's Draft Day losers. Johnny gets another one, 132-106. Johnny moves to 3-3. Jeremy drops to 3-3. Prescott going up against Jalen Hurts there. Almost even up matchup. You look at the first 2 positions there, almost neck for neck, tying it up right there. But that's where the differences or the similarities end. You see differences going down the board here. You got Cooks with 17 compared to Suns 23. But then, oh my God, it takes a left turn out of nowhere because Jeremy forgets to start his kicker and his defense. Jeremy has a backup kicker, and he did not start him. I think he has Zerline from Dallas. Yep, that is true. And he did not pick up a defense. going into this week. So might have just been an honest mistake on Jeremy's part. But here's the thing, guys. If I start noticing that you're not playing players, you're not being active, I will move your entire team to the bench and lock your team until you do something else. Because Barkley was not going to play this week. So you also got a 0 there. So not paying attention to stats and news, I understand, and maybe something's going on. But if you're not going to play your team, set your players. It's not fair to the rest of the league. So Johnny gets the win regardless. And you might have to change your name to Free Win, Jeremy, if you keep up that dismal display of fantasy football managing. You're not even going to watch the show, so you don't even know what I'm talking about. Going on to Game 4, we see Joe's stairway to Evans, improving to 3-3, moving up to 500. And with that big win, 144 to 115, taking out Blackberries Delight. Freddie gets his second loss of the season, stays in second place. Still, if you can manage to lose a game and not drop in the standings, congratulations and good for you. You see Brady there with 18, Devontae Adams with 12. Nobody making crazy moves here except for Leonard Fournette with 30 points, and Taylor 28. So you got 58 points from your. If you add the decimal points up, you got 59 points. You almost got 60 points out of your running back. So good job there, Joe, picking up that win and moving to 3-3. And then the final game of the week, we got Luis's high guy beating Brian's free win, 130 to 112. Brian is playing his team. They're just not doing well. I don't know. Bad luck, Brian. Maybe you got to change your team name to Bad Luck, Brian. Luis, he started Jackson here, only got him 13 points, but it doesn't matter because, he scored 130 points, and that was enough to get the win this week. So congratulations to Luis to moving to 3-3 as well. We got a lot of teams at 3-3. Let's count how many teams we got at 3-3. We'll go back to the main league page here. Final standings. Holy moly, we got 4 teams. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams at 3-3. 2 teams at 4-2. You got Blackberry Delight and Chris there at 4-2. Freddie in second place because he has 767 points. Look at Chris, who has been the benefactor of some uneven matchups here. 671 points. That is among the lowest in the league, and yet you are 4-2. That is some good luck for Chris. Bravo, just absolute decimating all. He has 913 points. Sorry, can't talk. Second place in points behind him is going to be Joe at 822. That's 90 points behind. Holy smokes. And then you got Freddie with 767. You see Johnny there with 797. So you see Johnny's actually kind of making up some ground here. Where am I at? 771. So respectable, I think, middle of the ground points there. So wow, just that is a shock. To think that there's almost 200 and I think I can't do math right. 240 point difference here between first and third place. That is insane. Any wild pickups? Myles Gaskin was picked up by Chris, and I'm gonna say, what were you thinking, Chris? Gaskins had one game the entire season, and that did not pay off for you. I don't think you started him, of course, but 31 points there was week 5 when I dropped him. I had no intentions on playing him. He's still 87% rostered. I think that 31 points, a lot of people probably picked him back up, but Gaskin's not gonna do anything. That was a fluke. I would drop Gaskin again. I would not pick him back up. I have no regrets dropping Gaskin. I just probably dropped him 1 week too early. And had he scored the 31 points, I would have stuck with him again for another week, and then I would have been disappointed once again. So, yeah, it is what it is. I would not pick up Gaskin. If I were you, Chris, I would not keep playing. I would not have him on my team. Luis picked up Eric Ebron here on waivers, or he dropped him. He dropped him the waivers. Naheem Hines was also dropped. You got Alex Collins there for Johnny. Johnny making moves. That goes up until about last week, I believe. Let's look at the moves going up until, I think, last week's waivers. Nothing too impressive. There was a trade. We had Alex and Alex and Chris completed a trade earlier in the week, or last week. So that's how Alex ended up with Stafford. Is that how you got him? Interesting. Traded to. No, you traded away Stafford. That's very interesting. That's a good trade. I like trades that aren't position for position, and this was a smart trade. A running back and a wide receiver going to another team for a quarterback and a tight end. And you got to think it paid off for Alex because Alex came out with a big win this week. So congratulations to Alex on that. You're going to benefit from that trade, I believe, and you completed. I think you got a nice, well-rounded team, Alex. Let's take a look at Alex's team before we move on to Week 6 awards, because I think Alex picking up that win, making those moves, is going to be very interesting. So, okay. So you had Stafford, Alex. You traded him away because you obviously didn't need him. You have Mahomes here the entire time, who doesn't have a bye until Week 12. And you can go and pick up some random quarterback just for that week and maybe come out with the win still. You also have Hopkins there at Week 12 with a bye. But there again, Alex, I think you're rounding out this team to be pretty well, go pretty well for yourself. So good job, Alex. I'm proud of you. You've learned a lot in the last 5 weeks of losing, and you come back and you get a big win. So let's hand out some Week 6 awards. Green Elite of the Week is going to go to Chris, who had 94 points, who played Alex. They played each other while trading for players for each other. So it's a very interesting concept there. Maybe Chris took the L this week, but I think he has also a well-rounded team. So going into Chris's team here, let's see if he benefits from what happened to my team, our league logo. I just noticed that's gone. Stafford here in this quarterback position. You got Brown, Ridley, good wide receiver, the number one wide receiver I think for Atlanta at this time. You got Gaskin. I don't know about Gaskin. A lot of teams have him on their team. A lot of players, a lot of managers have him on his team, but I don't think he's gonna come out well. You do have Russell Wilson on your IR. I understand why you made the move. Pick up Stafford, so pretty smart on your part, Chris. You see here, it looks like Russell Wilson's going to be on IR for at least another couple of weeks. So there you go. Shocker of the week, I think it's going to go to Joe and Alex. I think they're going to tie for shockers of the week. They both beat their team. They both beat their opponents who were ranked way higher than them. So congratulations to Alex and to Joe. More so Alex. I mean, you get your first win, and on top of that, you're also player of the week. So congratulations on that. You get 182 points, second highest point total in the league this season. Congratulations. Enough of the fantasy football. Let's check out our picks. Again, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm a little bit tired because I've already done this. Johnny leading the way. He takes over the number one spot based on tiebreakers. Drafted losers with 68 points. I am right there also with 68 points, but I'm in second place. Alex's picks, baby, at 62. Ain't nothing but a pick him ding with 61. And AEW confirmed, rounding out the top 5 and the only 5 with 54 picks. I hope everybody's having a good time. Hope everybody else is doing well in their football leagues. Up and down all season. That's how it's been. I'm super excited because, man, it is night 1 of the NBA. I'm super excited the NBA is back. If you guys watch this, drop who your favorite team is down in chat, down in the messages. Let's do that. I'll be back next week with the full studio setup. This is just temporarily, so I'll be back next week, ready to go, ready to do it, and maybe live on YouTube next time. So until then, set those teams, pick those picks. Let me straighten out my hat, and I got a big old fingerprint smudge on my camera. So sorry about that, guys, if I've been blurry this entire time. And I'll see you guys right here next week on the recap. Laters. Where's the stop? There it is. There's the stop.